Hello YouTube, today we're doing part 3 of my how to beat Shattered Pixel Dungeon guide. We're going to be going over how to play the Rogue, and even if you maybe have beaten the game before, I'm going to go over a lot of tips and I'm going to explain my thought process between identifying potions, solving puzzle rooms, deciding what to upgrade, and whether you've beaten the game or not. I think there'll be some useful tips for you in this video. So don't forget to hit the like button. We stream Shattered Pixel Dungeon 5 days a week, and we have new videos coming out every Monday. Without further ado, let's get started on the Rogue run. So before we do anything, I'm going to explain how the Rogue's Cloak works. The Cloak of Shadows is Rogue's active item. What it does is it basically turns you invisible. Enemies will lose sight of you. So when enemies lose sight of you, it opens them up to surprise attacks, and surprise attacks are always a guaranteed hit. So one of the benefits of Rogue is that he's got kind of a get out of jail free card with this. You can activate it and he will dodge any attacks, or enemies will lose aggro on him, or you can get a surprise attack. There's many situations you can use this in, which I'll show you and we'll go through, that will protect you. So one of the really good things about the Cloak of Shadows is knowing how the enemy's AI will behave, because the enemy always tries to go to the square that you are at, and I'll go over that as we see it. Don't listen to him, y'all. He got Rogue cooked 7 times on Zero Challenge. Hey, I don't want to hear it, okay? Zero Challenge is my forte, okay? But what I'm going to be doing in this run is I'm going to be not dumping anything too hard in particular. I kind of want to show you what the bare minimum is to win, and hopefully we don't get anything that's too OP. So, Rogue starts out with these throwing knives. Me personally, I don't treat them too preciously. I just throw them whenever I feel like it. If I don't feel like dealing with an enemy, I'll just throw the knife at them, like those snakes. I hate dealing with snakes. As you know, you must get a surprise attack on snakes in order to kill them. It's really easy as Rogue because you can just cloak and they won't be able to do anything about it. So floor 1, this is the Tombstone Room. This will always drop a cursed armor. You only get armor out of these Tombstone Rooms. So if you're happy with your armor, you do not have to do these rooms. I would suggest not coming up to it and hitting it like this, because the ghost will spawn in the 4 cardinal directions of where the player is standing. So if I activated this tombstone right here, I'm going to get 4 ghosts, and that's really annoying. So I'm actually going to go into this corner, and 2 of the cardinal directions around my character are blocked off. So we're only going to get 2 ghosts. So I'll go ahead and activate this. And you always get 1 extra turn to run away. So I'm going to run a little bit, and I'm going to go through this door and around the corner. And I would, on other characters, have to run all the way back to another door in order to get the surprise attack on this Wraith. But I can go ahead and use my cloak. Boom. Easy clap. And we're getting an armor of bulk. Scale armor of bulk. Scale armor in the sewers, not super easy. Not super useful, I should say. I'm going to go ahead and step on all these grass. Seeds are very important for low challenge runs. All right, so this is a levitation potion puzzle room. So the only way to solve this is a levitation potion, or you can use things like blink stones, but I'm pretty sure levitation potion is going to be the only thing we're going to get our hands on. I'm feeling like this turquoise potion might be our levitation potion. The potion to solve a puzzle room always spawns on the floor. So I know that, say I get 2 potions on this floor, I know that one of them is going to be levitation guaranteed. So I'm going to finish exploring the floor before I come back to that. See what other potions we might get. I might not step on every single grass tile because it's not super important for me, but don't feel like stepping on the grass is a waste of time. Stepping on the grass is really good because it drops the dewdrops, and that can be used as healing in a pinch. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and drink this. Because it's the only potion we got on this entire floor, we know that this is guaranteed going to be a levitation potion. All right, Stone of Intuition, that's fine. All right, so we'll take stock of what we got before we exit floor 2. Before we enter floor 2, we got our first skill point. Skills for Rogue, I would suggest always get Protective Shadows up to 2. What Protective Shadows does is every other turn that you're invisible, you gain shielding, and that really helps. So, but because we're still healthy, we're not hungry, it's early on in our run, I'm going to trade it off for more damage. I like to do Sucker Punch 1 because early on, it's going to help you get a lot more damage and finish those fights a lot faster. But truthfully, as long as you get Protective Shadows up to +2, then that's the only tier 1 that I really hard recommend. Otherwise, it's kind of up to your preference. Like the ring one is pretty useful, but at the same time, it's only useful until you find the rings you want to use. The food one drops cached rations. It adds an extra chest to certain rooms that drop food. Again, that one's only useful until you get all the food. P4160 says, is it bad for hunger or waste to step on all the grass? That's usually what I want, but I don't notice you do it as much. Technically, yes. It is a little bit bad for your hunger to step on every single piece of grass, but you can definitely make up for that by just drinking the dewdrops. Like if you're starving and your health is low, you can just drink the dewdrops instead of eating. So it's definitely worth it. And then getting seeds is super good because you can actually use seeds. The reason I don't step on grass is because I usually play on a higher challenge level where dewdrops don't even drop anyway, and you can't plant seeds. So I'm just used to playing without seeds. All right, let's begin floor 2. One thing I need to be mindful of is my cloak charges. Your cloak levels up by using it. So you want to make sure that you're using your cloak as often as possible. I mean, you don't necessarily want to waste it, but at the same time, you do not want to keep it fully charged, because the times it's fully charged are the times it's not building up strength, so might as well. All right, so between floor 1 and 2, you always get a strength potion. So we know that this crimson potion is possibly a strength potion. We're gonna keep looking through this floor before we decide to drink it, because it might be a puzzle solution. This locked room is a hidden garden, is what this is called. It's called a garden, and it's a locked room, and it naturally spawns extra plants. So there might be like a bush of healing here, or like a seed pod or something here. But you get this buff called Shadow Melded, and what it does is it makes you invisible, and it also reduces the amount of hunger that you take while. So if you need to sleep to heal, this is the best room to do it in. And then down here we have this little bush, the bland fruit bush. You can step on this and it gives you the bland fruit item. What the bland fruit item does is you can combine it with any seed to basically create a free potion. And then you can eat it and you'll gain that potion's effect, and it cures some hunger. So it's a good little thing to have around, but you cannot eat the bland fruit by itself. So you do need to combine it with a seed, which we'll do later at Alchemy. So in these big long hallway rooms, I kind of like to search. And as the rogue, you have a really wide search radius, so it's no big deal. All right, so we have two options when it comes to this snake. We can maneuver around, we can go behind a door, or we can let him get closer to us. Boom, hit our robe, smack. Easy clap. I murder snakes with ease. To snap. And then same thing, we're just gonna get as many surprise attacks on these guys as possible with our Sucker Punch. Now, Sucker Punch deals more damage, but only on the first surprise attack. And you'll notice I just got a ivory potion from a chest. So the only time you can get a strength potion from a chest is if it's on a pedestal in the center of a room. So this was technically a random chest. We know that that is not a strength potion. So that means either the crimson potion, it could be a strength potion, and the ivory potion we know cannot be a strength potion. Because that ivory potion didn't come from a chest on a pedestal, we know for a fact that that is not a strength potion. It's just a random potion. Ooh, another major oil seed. Cool. And we're going to be going over food management. What up, Abby? Says, this game is so easy. That is true. That is true. This game is easy clap. All right. We're getting a little bit low on health, but I really do not like to eat before I get to Alchemy. So instead of eating, I'm going to go ahead and drink my dewdrops. Boom. All right, I really feel like there's a hidden door. Yep, there's a hidden room. You can kind of tell sometimes when there's a hidden room. This is a double crystal door room. There are either potions and scrolls back here. Usually there's at least one rare potion or scroll back here. But early on, when I don't have any equipment, I like to go for the mystery chest. It is totally up to you what you do here. But early on, I think that this is just going to clog my inventory, and I don't have a lot of room for this stuff. But I do want more equipment, so let's find out. Let's fuck around and find out. We got a ring. All right. I'm greedy as fuck, so I'm going to go ahead and identify this ring. Ring of Arcana +1. Ring of Arcana is okay, but currently I don't have any glyphs or enchantments on my armor or weapons, so it doesn't really matter to me. So that's it. We're pretty much done with floor 1. The strength potion will never spawn out of the gold chest. So we know that we're not going to get a strength potion there. So I know for a fact that this Crimson Potion is going to be my Strength Potion. And I'll go over that right before we drink it. Let's go ahead and use our Cloak. Yeah, okay, there's the key. I was tripping. Okay, we got a sweet little Wand of Living Earth. Let's see if it's cursed. Whenever you use a cursed wand, you want to make sure that you're standing in water and you're standing near a door, because it might catch you on fire, or it might, you know, put out some poison gas. All right. So we know that this is a strength potion because you always get a strength potion on floor 1 or 2, and then you always get a strength potion on floor 3 or 4. So I could get my strength potion, my next strength potion, on the next floor, or I could have to wait till floor 4 to get my strength potion. So the reason I know that this is a crimson potion, is a strength potion, is because I got this ivory potion from a chest that was right in this spot. And chests that spawn randomly, otherwise not on a pedestal, cannot contain things like keys, upgrade scrolls, or potions of strength. So I know for a fact that this is a potion of strength. Let's drink it. Boom, told you so. All right, now we have our tier 2 talents. Our health is low, we're getting hungry, and there's going to be crabs spawning on the next floor. Crabs do not spawn until floor 3. So I'm going to go ahead and start upgrading my protective shadows. That way, when I do see a crab, I can cloak, prepare for it, get some shielding up, hit it once or twice, and then if the crab breaks through my defenses again, I can cloak again. All right, so we're getting hungry, and I personally do not like to eat, so I'm just gonna drink my dewdrops again. I really want to make a meat pie or use a potion of cleansing to eat, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. We might have to just eat straight up. All right, we have a many secrets floor. You can tell because the icon up here in the corner is a secrets floor. Atmosphere hints that this whole floor hides many secrets. So this floor is gonna definitely be worth searching the walls. There's anywhere from 1 to 2 hidden rooms on a hidden room floor. All right, we have a frost potion room. Let's freaking go, dude. The throwing spear is so goated. Ooh, no, I did not mean to click him. Uh-oh, this is a bad situation. This is a really bad situation. I tried to click on this door the second he walked through it, and now I'm fighting him. So let's see if we can survive this. All right, so I have a really good feeling that one of these scrolls is going to be an upgrade scroll, and who knows what the other scroll is. I have no idea what this ivory potion is either. So this is a really bad situation, but luckily we're a rogue, so we can boom, cloak, and live to see another day. Oh, this guy went that way. All right, we definitely want to escape the flies. And the Gnoll Exile is really dangerous because he has range. He can hit you from range abilities. So we need to make sure we keep plenty of space between him and us. The Wand of Living Earth, what it does is it gives you armor. And that armor is shown up down here, but once you reach max level of that armor, it will spawn a Guardian. I like to call him Hank, but the Guardian is actually really good. He's really strong in the sewers. All right, awesome, we killed him. Oh my god, he dropped a Tomahawk and a Magenta Potion. Let's go. Dude, Tomahawk is so good. Wand of Living Earth is not, you know, it's definitely not a wand that I would recommend, you know, okay, this is build around it type wand, but it is really good. All right, we have the Ghost on floor 3. So the Ghost quest is guaranteed, it's set. So on floor 2, the Ghost quest is always Fetid Rat. On floor 3, the Ghost quest is always Gnoll Trickster. On floor 4, the Ghost is always the Crab Boss. So we need to make sure that we're ready to take this guy on. Because if I were to activate him right now, Gnoll Trickster can spawn anywhere outside of your field of view. So Gnoll Trickster could spawn in this dark square right here. Gnoll Trickster could spawn, you know, right outside this door. So we need to be careful. It would not be a good idea for me to summon Gnoll Trickster while this crab is here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of this crab, take care of some more enemies, and protect myself more from this Gnoll Trickster. All right, so we have a couple ways to solve this room. The best way to do it is to use a potion of frost on this room. If you do use a potion of frost, you can stand exactly where I am and drink it. The potion, you do not have to throw the potion of frost right against the fire. You can throw it one tile away and it will still work. But there is also another thing you can do. You can use the Seed of Ice Cap, but you need to throw it on water. So we're gonna throw it on this water right next to the fire. If we were to throw it next to the fire without water, it will just instantly burn up. So yeah, let's freaking go. We got water right next to it, and now all I need to do is throw something on top of it. Boom, Seed of Ice Cap puts out the fire. You can also use a Wand of Frost, and you can also use Aqua Brew, which hopefully we'll see later. All right, I'm having a feeling that Odal is going to be our upgrade scroll by the fact that we have 2 of them. So we need to decide what we're going to be upgrading, and I really like to wait for the ghost to give us something before we spend upgrade scrolls. All right, so this is a trap room. We can tell that this is a trap room because there's embers everywhere. So traps in trap rooms cannot spawn underneath items or underneath decorations. So this grass here, this grass tile is a decoration. We know that it can't spawn a trap. So this Jade Potion is safe from any explosion. So let's try to see. Oh, boom, we exploded it. Let's go. And also, enemies cannot walk onto exploding traps and detonate them. So if an enemy walks on this tile, let's say an enemy walked on this tile before I revealed that it was a trap, the enemy is not going to instantly explode. So just because an enemy walked there does not mean it's safe for you. So always keep that in mind. Another trap room. All right, so this is another floor decoration. See how this floor has the green bits on it? Every biome has its own little decoration like that. Traps will never spawn under one of those either, so you can know that that's not trapped. All right, see, the Wand of Living Earth, I shot it at the crab, and now I have rock armor, which basically all it does is reduces the damage you take. It reduces incoming damage, but you need a total of 8 to summon the Guardian. Is there a point the ghost disappears, like if you keep ignoring him? Like if you wish to explore the dungeon before summoning the quest? No, the ghost will never disappear until you complete his quest. All right, our inventory is getting quite cluttered. You can throw stuff down a pit to manage your inventory, but I don't like to do that unless I'm on floor 4. So I'm on floor 4 now. I'm gonna throw some of my stuff down the pit. I know this will be right down there waiting for me at the boss. All right, let's see if this Jade Potion is healing. Nice, Jade Potion is healing. I also felt like Jade Potion is healing because I have multiple of them. Oftentimes when you have multiple of a potion, it's something less rare like Healing Potion. This is an animated statue room. These guys always drop weapons, but they will also sometimes also have armor. So you can actually examine him. You click the magnifying glass and you can examine him. He's got a shocking spear. I don't really like that, but I do low-key want to kill him. All right, there's not really any good angles we can use these traps on him from. So maybe we save those for Trickster maybe. And this is a many secrets floor, and we have not found any secret rooms. Many secrets are guaranteed to have at least 1 secret, but could possibly have 2 secrets. So we know that there's at least 1 secret room on this floor. All right. Just gonna search. What up, Crabbo? No +3 throwing spear in the sewers today. Nice. All right, so every secret, like most secret rooms are within a secret room. So you find this secret room and it's like, oh, there's nothing in here. But if you just keep searching, you'll find something else. Awesome. We found a secret scroll room. Those usually always have one, they usually always have 1 rare scroll in them. I'm going to throw this down. All right, Gnoll Trickster. Okay, yeah, see, he spawned right away. If we had summoned him and that crab was still there, we'd be having to deal with both of them. Gnoll Trickster is really dangerous at range, so trying to fight him at range is not advisable. All right, which way is he moving? All right, I think that he is going to move into this tile next. Nice, he's blinded and crippled. Now let's throw some stuff at him. Fighting him at range is not a good idea, but if you blind him and crippled him like I did using that seed, easy clap. Okay, so this is an interesting choice. We have not used any upgrade scrolls, so we really need to use some upgrade scrolls. So I would suggest taking the armor, but because this is a round shield, the round shield provides us with both armor and defense and attack. So I think that this round shield, hopefully we're hoping for a +2 or +1 out of this. Let's see. Let's gamble with our life right now. Ooh, +1. All right, so that means I can use 2 upgrade scrolls on it and I can start using this weapon in the sewers. So let's go ahead and upgrade it twice. Oh, I was right. Odal was my upgrade scroll. All right, now all we need to do is find our set another strength potion, and we're good to go. Does the ghost always give a +1 or +2 item? No, that is not true. but the items are always the same upgrade. So that was a +1 shield or a +1 leather armor. So we knew that for sure. And do not be afraid to use multiple cloak charges on one crab, or one enemy, I should say. Yeah, because sometimes that's the best choice. Dang, we are super rich. Do traps ever destroy items? Traps do not destroy equipment, but traps will destroy things like food, like a bomb on there if you threw a scroll or a potion on it. Obviously, you don't want to throw potions, but yeah, it will destroy stuff like that. But yeah, this is why I like to throw things down only onto floor 5, because it all stays in this entrance room for you. It makes it super easy to find. If you were to throw it down on a previous floor, then it will just scatter all over the place. All right, so we have alchemy on this floor for sure. There's always one alchemy per biome, and unfortunately we got it on floor 4, which is why our inventory is so crowded. So the number one thing I always craft at every alchemy is the meat pies. So let's grab the energy, and I'm going to go ahead and energize a healing potion because I feel comfortable doing that, but you don't have to. But the meat pie is any kind of meat, any kind of mystery meat, whether it's the char-grilled meat, a stewed meat, a raw meat, a frozen meat, creates the meat pie. The meat pie is one of the best food items in the game. It will fill you up, and it will give you a buff that prevents you from becoming hungry for a certain number of turns and heals you. So the well-fed buff is really strong. We're going to wait until we're starving. I'm going to go ahead and drink my potion of strength. I'm going to equip my round shield. Ooh, baby, we're so strong now. All right, so let's just throw this down right now. Potion of Levitation. Potion of Levitation is also a very valuable crafting item. So we're going to go ahead and try to make aqua brews. So you have a couple of options when it comes to getting extra energy. So I could continue to do my potions of healing, but I already know what my scroll of upgrade is, so I'm not at risk of deleting a scroll of upgrade. What I want to find now, in my particular case, is I want to know what the remove curse scroll looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Stone of Intuition and see if I can identify a scroll of remove curse. Nope. Well, I know for a fact that this is not a scroll of remove curse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn it into stones. It's a scroll of mirror image. So not only does that identify it, but it also gives me stones. So you can either energize or turn a scroll into stones. Either way, it's the same net result of energy. So I think it's better to turn scrolls into stones and then energize the stones rather than just straight up energizing the scroll. All right, so we know, let's go ahead and do this one. I have a feeling that this is remove curse. Nope, it was teleportation. Cool. All right, so we need to get one more energy, and let's go ahead and indigo potion, screw it. Potion of experience, no! So yeah, when it's a gamble you take when you energize unknown. Not only does it identify it, but you know, sometimes it hurts. You don't see one. All right. So as far as trinkets go, there aren't very many trinkets in the game that are like really make or break your run. There are some that can screw you over under certain circumstances, but otherwise, like your trinket choice really does not matter. We have Trap Mechanism, Petrified Seed, Mossy Clump, or Vial of Blood. I think that since I don't particularly like any of these, I think that I'm going to go for either Mossy Clump or Trap Mechanism. So what Trap Mechanism does is it converts most unthemed floors into trap floors. Traps, honestly, I think that traps are, the trap floors are pretty good because you can use the traps against the enemies and it reveals a lot of the traps for you automatically. But also, Mossy Clump can be pretty good because it makes a lot of grass floors, and grass floors drop lots of seeds, and seeds can be really powerful. But honestly, I do not want to deal with grass floors, so I'm going to go with Trap Mechanism. I don't like having grass floors because it like makes it really annoying to use blazing weapons. So we can also use the Bland Fruit to combine with seeds. So if we combine the Bland Fruit with the Seed of Starflower, that basically gives you a star fruit, which is basically just a potion of experience that feeds you as well. It's really good. I think that star fruit and healing fruit are both really good options. So, whoops. I'm going to go ahead and make 2 star fruits because I can. All right. And then if at this point, if I had a scroll of identify, I would turn it into stones of intuition. I'd try to identify more of these potions, but I don't, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and energize another. Oh my god, that was Potion of Purity, dude. I just energized the 2 best potions. Great. All right, so I have nothing to lose now. Toxic Gas. All right, so we're gonna make a potion of levitation, and we're gonna turn it into the potion of storm clouds, and then we're gonna take that potion of storm clouds and turn it into the aqua brew. The aqua brew is one of the most versatile and useful crafting items in the game. Once you see the power of the aqua brew, it's gonna blow your mind. You're gonna craft aqua brews all the time, I swear. The aqua brew is so good. All right, we're starving, and we have this star fruit, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat that. Boom, not only does it fill me up, but it also gives me a level. Let's freaking go, dude. All right, last skill point. And it really does not matter. The only thing I would suggest not doing is putting 2 into Sucker Punch, because the Sucker Punch only matters at the beginning of the game, and that extra 2 damage it gives you at the end of the game is not going to matter. So I would go for Thief's Intuition myself, because I'm really good at managing my food. But if you struggle with managing your food, I would highly suggest going with Cached Rations instead. The Earth Guardian is not the only good part about the Wand of Living Earth. You can also use it. It's going to block 6 damage for me, so I'm going to take less damage from this guy. But also I have my freaking goated shield, dude. Not only am I going to take have a lot of defense, but I'm going to take less damage and do more damage. So the shield is really good. It's not the best weapon for rogue, honestly, but it'll do. I forgot to mention this earlier, but flies only drop healing potions. So if you get a potion from a fly, it is 100% guaranteed to be a healing potion. So just keep that in mind as well. Dude, I'm feeling froggy, dude. I'm gonna kill this guy. All right, so one cool thing about the shurikens is shurikens can be thrown instantly on a cooldown. So I'm going to throw this shuriken to get his attention, and see, he has not moved, but I do have this shuriken cooldown buff. So that means the next shuriken I throw will not be instant. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw this. Dude, I'm feeling crazy. There's a summoning trap right next to a poison gas trap, dude. I'm feeling absolutely crazy. Let's go absolutely crazy right now. Let's activate the gas trap, and let's activate the summon trap. Oops, I didn't mean to hit him. I'm gonna activate the summon trap as well, and they'll spawn in the gas. Oh, it's a goo. I'm gonna let him come on over here to me. Whoa, boom! Get wrecked, idiot. He dropped me a healing potion. Nice. And that guy had to walk all the way through the gas to get me. Go to sleep, let the gas dissipate. All right, so now we're looking for goo. All right, we found goo. On every time you go, every level 5 has a hidden room on it. The hidden room is where the Rat King hides, and the Rat King has a trove of treasure that you want to find. The best way to find the Rat King is to go ahead and start the fight with goo, and I'll do my skills later. Start the fight with goo, so you get the floor is locked buff. It's super easy on rogue, so we're gonna get his attention, and now we're gonna run away from him. We're gonna lose his ass, dude. All right. Didn't even need to use my cloak. So we have the floor is locked buff. So while this buff is active, your hunger does not go down. So I can spend 100 million turns looking for this Rat King, and my hunger will never go down. It's a bit dangerous because the boss is roaming around out there, but especially because we're rogue, we can always just cloak out. So let's just cloak out. Boom. Get away from his ass. Easy, easy clap. He's gone. Now your cloak doesn't charge unless you deal damage to the boss. So you can't do that too many times. But it is a good get out of jail free card. You can kind of tell where the slime is going to be based on how the doors open. All right. Oops. All right, there's our Rat King door. So this Rat King room is guaranteed to spawn on every single floor 5. All right, we're gonna fight this guy. I like to ring around the rosy on a piece of grass, but unfortunately we do not have a piece of grass. It's bad. So we need to find an area we can loop him, and there's not that much water. So the best thing to do is to try to avoid. You want to find somewhere where you can get him in a loop, where there's enough water for you to clear the caustic ooze, but not so much water that he can heal. All right, so I'm trying to find out where that is right now. So if I do this, and then he gets me the caustic ooze, I can step here, and then go like this. All right, so let's see this in action. Oops, I did not mean to throw that. All right, so I'm gonna get a surprise attack on him. I'm gonna attack him until he begins charging up his goo. All right, he's got the caustic ooze on me. All right, and then we just want to run away when he starts charging up. Easy clap. Goo is the easiest boss. Let's go. It's good to collect the chests before the floor gets unlocked, but it doesn't matter. Yo, bro, I thought Rat King wasn't every game. You know how much lols. Yeah, he's guaranteed to be there every single time. You can always count on Rat King to be hanging out there. All right, before we go downstairs, we can do a bit of manipulation. So the first, second, and third shopkeeper always have a bag for you to buy. That bag will always be the bag that saves you the most inventory space. So let's say for some reason I wanted the throwing weapon holster. I could drop all my potions, drop all my scrolls, and go down there, and I'll guaranteed get the holster. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 throwing items. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 potion items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 scroll items. So because all of these items will get stored in the scroll holder, the scrolls and the arcane stylus, I know for a fact that I'm going to get the scroll holder when I go down here. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's go get the scroll holder. I got to come back up to get some of my extra stuff. So there we go. Boom. Guaranteed scroll holder. So it's not random what you get. Just know that. I'm not going to use this weapon, so I can go ahead and sell it. I'm going to run back and grab some of my other stuff. So we're in a scary position right now because we do have a strong weapon that also gives us defense, but we still have cloth armor going into the prisons. So we definitely want to try to find armor ASAP. We have this cursed armor we got from the tomb. It might be worth it to try to buy a scroll of identify and see what's up with this armor, because it won't be long before we use this, especially if that scale armor is upgraded. Oh, we got Bister Potion, Silver Potion, Potion of Experience, Identify, Remove Curse, Magic Mapping, Remove Curse, some food rations. Two things I always buy at the shop are the Ankh and the bag. So whatever you want to buy is up to you. In higher challenge, the Stone of Augmentation is really good. It can either increase your defense or increase your evasion on your armor, and it will inversely affect the other one. So like if you increase the defense on your armor, your evasion will go down, but if you increase your evasion, your defense will go down. On lower challenge, it's not very necessary, but it is a good thing to keep in mind that you will have to buy that if you move up into higher challenges. All right, we cannot afford the Ankh. That's sad. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we can come back for this Ankh. Right now, I want to buy the Scroll of Identify, and I want to go ahead and identify this armor and see if it's worth investing in. +1 armor is not really worth investing in. So I kind of just wasted money on that scroll. I'm gonna go ahead and sell this armor. I don't really care about it. So we need to be very careful. The skeletons are very dangerous. So let's go ahead and talk about our skill points now. Number 1 I always get is the Silent Steps one. Silent Steps makes it harder for enemies to notice you when they're sleeping. So this is a very powerful skill. So I always upgrade Silent Steps 1. It reduces the amount of enemies that will notice you in general. All right, and so this is an entrance room, and there's always 2 doors in an entrance room, and the shop door does not count as one of the doors. So if we ignore this shop door, there's always going to be 2 doors. Look, there we go. Oh, thank you for the approval on the haircut. Yeah, it was a nice haircut. Should I keep my Ankh unblessed or bless it? So it depends on what you're doing. So me personally, I do not bless my Ankhs because I like to drink the dewdrops. So I'll use those for healing, or I'll drink dewdrops instead of eating if I don't have meat pies or potions of purity. So when you die with an unblessed Ankh, it will completely cure your hunger. So that's a really good thing to keep in mind. And like, say I had an Ankh and I wanted to reset, I could sit on this floor and just sleep until I died, and then boom, it's super safe to get my bag. I'll walk to my bag and I'll get it. But if food is not an issue for you, it is a good idea to bless your Ankhs, yes. All right, so we have, we're starving and we have another star fruit. Let's go ahead and eat, get some experience. Another thing I really like is Rogue's Foresight, because I'm greedy. Your tier 2 skills don't really matter, but the number one I would suggest always putting at least 1 skill point into is the eat buff, because what this does is that eating food takes a rogue 1 turn. That alone is worth it. Mystical Meal is one of the better food buffs because whenever you eat food, it charges your artifact, which is your Shadow Cloak or whatever else you might have. So I think that Mystical Meal is a really good option to have. But just for taking, normally eating a food takes 4 turns. Just making it take 1 turn alone helps a lot. But I'm greedy as fuck, so I'm gonna go for Rogue's Foresight. Rogue's Foresight lets you know if there is a secret on the floor. This right now at level 1, it's only got a 75% chance to do it, and it either does it or it don't. I can't keep going back and up and down hoping that I get it. It either does it or it doesn't. So you just gotta know that. So it says you descend to floor 6 of the dungeon. The ground seems especially treacherous here. This ground seems especially treacherous here means it's a traps floor because I have trap mechanism. And then if the Rogue's Foresight did reveal a secret to me, it would say you're certain there's a secret on this floor somewhere. Summoning trap, and it's stuck right there. I do not want to hit that. So I have a couple of options. I can go around, but we're gonna go ahead. I'm greedy. I'm gonna use an Aqua Brew on this. So we're gonna throw it right on the trap. Boom, completely deletes the trap. Aqua Brew deletes all traps. We'll see that. It's really helpful in like a Levitation room. All right, this is what I was talking about. So here are the 2 types of chests in the game. There is chests on a pedestal. See how this has a little thing underneath it? And there are chests that are not on a pedestal. So the chests that are not on a pedestal never drop things like potions of strength, scrolls of upgrades, or keys. But chests that are on a pedestal can drop things like potions of strength, scrolls of upgrade, and stuff like that. So also notice that this chest looks a little bit different from this other chest. You can tell. This chest right here is a mimic, and there are a few different ways to tell whether a chest is a mimic or not. You can see he's got a bit of a subtle animation. He's slowly opening his mouth just a little bit, but also you can tell the lock on the chest is above the line, and on a regular chest, the lock is below the line, if that makes sense. But the #1 guaranteed way to tell if something is a mimic, whether you have mimic tooth or not, the #1 guaranteed way to tell is if you right click them and hit examine, or you just hit the magnifying glass. This chest has a health bar. That's what this green line is. If we look at this fly, that's a health bar. But I'm gonna check on this chest, no health bar because it's not an animate object. So we're gonna go ahead and safely open this one. And we'll see what we can do about this. Boom, get bled, idiot. Oh, it's cursed, sad. But now he's really close to this trap. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on that trap. Get poisoned, idiot. And we just wait for him to die. All right, we have silent steps. So this fly, this is the benefit of silent steps. This fly does not notice us, bro. Okay, we don't have silent steps too, so we can't get too close to him, but it is really helpful in most situations. Oh, sweet. All right, well, we found a seed of flame. So what I can do is I can go ahead and plant this and then throw something onto it. I'm choosing not to throw my throwing weapons on it because my throwing weapons are too heavy for me to use, so it takes extra turns to use them. Potion of strength, now we have 13 strength. I can start using the Suriken. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that, the kunai, I'm gonna go ahead and put that on my hotbar. All right, so these pillars are really good. You can ring around the rosy, and look, I've created space between me and this skeleton. So if you just keep going around, you can surprise attack, surprise attack, surprise attack, or you can skip twice and the enemy will lose sight of you. This will be something important. I want to make sure I'm not chilled before I engage in combat. Chilling will slow down your abilities, make you take longer to attack. I don't like to kill flies over a pit because if they do drop a healing potion, it will just fall down and bust. All right, we're hungry right now, so I should eat. I mean, we're starving right now. I should eat, but I'm gonna let my health go down a little bit before I end up eating, so that I can get the most out of my healing, the most out of my hunger regeneration. Level 9 cloth armor is devious work. All right. Also, I forgot to check if this floor had a secret. All right. So the reason I went down to floor 8 is it says you're certain there's a secret on this floor. So now I know, and I'm gonna go back up. All right, this one didn't proc. It didn't proc on this one. We don't know. But let's go ahead and do Rogue's Foresight 2 and go down. You're certain there's a secret on this floor. Let's go back up. There is not a secret on this floor. It would tell me if there was. Because we have silent steps, this guy is not waking up. He's not much of a threat. But we do need to be careful around him. He can clap our cheeks so easy. These guys, the DM300s, they're robots. All right, so these guys are ranged. So you want to, the best thing you can do is just cloak up to them. Boom, hit him with the melee. They're very weak at melee range, but they're very powerful at range. So you just gotta get as close to them as possible. All right, we got a Sacraficial Altar. These will drop a weapon if you kill an enemy in this 3x3 area. It does not have to be exactly on the altar. It just needs to be in the 3x3. But these always drop weapons. So because I have a weapon, I'm not super interested in it. But at the same time, like, I mean, the enemies are right there. I might as well do it. But they will always drop a cursed weapon there. Ooh, plate armor. Ooh la la. All right, let's go ahead and eat our meat pie to make some space in our room. And we'll go ahead and identify this plate armor. Ooh, +1 plate armor. That's about as good as we can hope for. So that is going to be my next armor that I wear. So I have two options. I can go ahead and get this down to the 15 strength requirement. And then I could get it on as early as the mines. Or I could wait until I get to the blacksmith and get the free upgrade on the blacksmith. It is really up to you and how comfortable you feel doing it. And this is the well-fed buff that is from the meat pie. Satisfied and quite full. While well fed, your hunger will not increase and you'll have to heal an additional amount of health over time. So the meat pie is freaking awesome. Yeah, there is one ultimate strategy in this game, and it's just upgrade your armor. Like, if you just upgrade your armor, you're freaking godlike. There's no one can do anything to you. But as you can see, you really don't need armor. So right now my inventory is full. My goal right now is to find the exit to floor 9. And so I can run down there and throw some stuff down. We have Wandmaker. You do not have to talk to Wandmaker, but he does tell you what quests you're going to get. So the Wandmaker quest is not like the... we found the secret maze. The Wandmaker quest is not like the sewer quest. It can be anything on any floor. It's good to have that consistency early on. We know we don't have room for this, so let's see what it is. Ooh, Assassin's Blade. Ooh la la. Kind of like that. All right, we don't have any way to identify it right now, so we'll hang on to that. I did use 2 scrolls on my shield, but at the end of the day, honestly, the scrolls of upgrade aren't the most precious things in the world. All right, so now I want to definitely get Silent Steps 2. I would recommend Silent Steps 2 as well as Mystical Meal, at least Mystical Meal 1. But I'd even go so far as saying Mystical Meal 2. Silent Steps 2, Mystical Meal 2, and then whatever else you want to spend it on is up to you. It doesn't really matter. All right, so what I'm looking for is a pit. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a bunch of stuff down the pit. I can go ahead and throw my trap mechanism down because the trap mechanism already affected this floor, so it doesn't matter. All right, here we go. This is the Rotberry quest. So the way to do the Rotberry quest is you need to navigate the room without waking the vine. So see, I've stepped in front of this vine. I need to immediately step back, or else if you wait too long in front of a vine, it will start attacking you, and it does really a lot of damage. But there's always a clear path to the boss, which is this plant, you know. So let's just go ahead. I don't feel like wasting any of my throwing weapon durability on him, so I'm just gonna start smacking him. I'm at full health. I have plenty of healing potions. I can just stand in this poison, doesn't matter. What's the 7 potions? That is Aqua Brew. So to make Aqua Brew, you can take a potion of Levitation, and then you turn it into a potion of Storm Clouds, and then you further turn that into the Aqua Brew. The Aqua Brew, what it does is it turns any tiles it lands on into water. And we're doing 0 challenge right now. We're doing 0 challenge. This guide is for 0 challenge. And then when the vines die, they always drop. Well, they usually drop seeds. So. But the Aqua Brew is one of the most powerful and versatile things you can brew. So we'll see if we can get a like a levitation trap room or something like that. All right, we're gonna see the little subtle animation. We know he's a mimic, but the way to always tell if it's a mimic is to examine it. See the green health bar? Definitely a mimic. Oh wow, Wand of Living Earth or Fire Blast. That's a hard choice. So let's go ahead and do the Fire Blast. It doesn't matter what you choose from him. Choose what will complement your build the best. That is my advice for choosing the Wandmaker's quest. Unlike the Ghost quest, the Wandmaker's wands can be different levels. So I just got a +1 Fire Blast, but for all I know, that could have been a +3 Wand of Living Earth I just turned down, so. All right, we do not want to get crippled by this guy, so I'm just going to go ahead and get up close to him, hit him with my Wand of Living Earth. Ooh, look, we got Hank. Let's go. Oh, he one-shot Hank. R.I.P. Hank. Oh, melee damage is really scary. I'm going to put this guy between us so he can't chains me. All right. Boom. All right, this is a little scary. I would use my Wand of Fire Blast, but he's standing in water, so it doesn't matter too much. All right. So when you steal from an enemy, it both blinds and cripples them. It blinds and cripples them, but it also has a chance to take something from their drop pool. So if you steal from like a piranha, you could get meat. All right, I still don't have much I want to do on crafting, but the potion of Shrouding Fog is extremely useful for Tengu phase 1. So I'm gonna go ahead and make one of those, and we'll come back to Alchemy before we go to fight Tengu. All right, I'm gonna show you how to do the Necromancer Cheese. All right, so this Necromancer is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots away from where we want him to be. So when he is in 5 turns, when he is where we want him to be, we're going to go through the door and we're gonna cheese him. We're gonna actually trap him in a door. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and activate him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's right where we want him to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and activate him. He's gonna start his summoning animation. See how the bones are floating? And I'm in a doorway. I'm gonna step back. Boom, he's gonna try to follow me and his skeleton's gonna be stuck on the other side. Haha, nothing he can do. Dumb idiot. But yeah, because I'm rogue, I can just sit in the doorway and you can kind of see it happen. But sometimes you really gotta do it without being able to see it happen, so. All right, we got our strength potion. Go ahead and chug that. There are a few occasions where you don't want to drink the strength potion right away, but it's usually okay to drink the strength potion right away. Okay, we can do this one with a Aqua Brute. We have the potion of purity. We know for a fact because there's a potion of purity puzzle in this room. Use the potion of purity. Use the Aqua Brute to delete the events in this room. So we're gonna throw the Aqua Brute on the vent, and then we can let the gas dissipate from this room. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open the door and let the gas dissipate. I'll come back to this. Potion of purity are way more valuable than the gold that you can get from that room. So I'm gonna show you how to effectively use the potion of purity to cure your hunger. All right, so if you take the potion of purity, you can put it in the alchemy for 4 energy and turn it into a potion of cleansing. All right, so we're going to prepare for Tengu. There are a few things that I really like to have for Tengu. I really like to have Stones of Blink, which we have 2 of them. I really like to have Aqua Brew, and I really like to have Shrouding Fog, as well as the Bee Pot. The Honey Pot is kind of out of your control. It is really hard to like naturally find one if you don't find a hidden room. So I need energy. Let's go ahead and energize one of these silver potions, find out what it is. Liquid Flame. Okay, I was wrong. It wasn't Azure. But we're going to make a potion of purity, turn it into a potion of cleansing. That's going to cure our hunger. And now we have seeds. If you put 3 of each type of seed into a pot, it always guarantees that you get that potion. So put 3 seeds of Stormvine always equals a potion of Levitation. 3 seeds of Swift Thistle always equals a potion of Haste. And then so on and so forth. And then 3 random seeds always equals a random potion, charcoal potion. Let's find out what it is. Potion of Frost. Very good, very good. All right. Now we need to make, I don't know what toxic gas looks like. A toxic gas plus a blob of goo equals the caustic ooze potion. It's really good against him. All right, so we got our Stones of Blink. We got our Aqua Brew. We got our Shrouding Fog. We got our Bee Pot. One more thing I like here is a Scroll of Prismatic Image can be really good, but I would not go out of my way to make one of those. I think Hank's time has come, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and turn him into Wondrous Resin. You can turn wands into Wondrous Resin, into Arcane Resin, and it lets you upgrade other wands. Although the Arcane Resin upgrades will be overwritten by upgrades of Scroll of Upgrades. Sometimes it can be rather easy to tell where the secret room is on a Oops. Pro tip. Don't accidentally step into a freaking summon trap room. This is fine. We're fine. We're fine. We can survive this, okay? It's just gonna cost us some supplies. Oh my god, okay. So, in case you were wondering, I just did this for a, this is just a, so you know what not to do, okay? This is just a little example I'm gonna give you, okay? So, we're gonna figure this one out together. So my instinct is telling me that Fire Blast is gonna be the move. But at the same time, so let's see. I shoot this Fire Blast. I'm gonna get hit by every enemy that's around me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 enemies. But because these are summon trap enemies, I do have a turn or two of surprise attacks. So my best bet would be to kill this guy behind me. So let's see what we can do about this guy behind me. Here goes. Boom. Oh, shit, dude. I didn't see that coming. All right, so we'll go invisible. Let's let them get out of the doorway. Bro stole my Bister Potion. He's getting away with it. Dude, get out of my way, bro. Dude, how are they escaping? Okay. And now I'm going to shoot my Fire Blast Wand. All right, we shoot the Fire Blast Wand. He got away with my Bister Potion. It is what it is. Sad for me. Burn this way. All right, we're pretty safe. We're pretty safe around here. And then we're going to go ahead and shoot one more Fire Blast just for good measure. And then I'm going to use my trump card. Boom! Teleport, bitch! Hey, look, also this gas is gone. You can see the vents shoot out a 3x3 of gas. So there is still some gas left. But it's way less damage taken. But yeah, so pretty easy to survive. The scroll of teleport really was the MVP right there. Who knows what I would have done without that guy. Also, pro tip about the thief is thieves cannot steal upgraded items. So if a thief steals a piece of equipment from you, you know for a fact that equipment was not upgraded. All right, we're gonna let him get one space away. All right, we're gonna reveal ourselves. He's doing a summoning animation. We're gonna fall back. Boom! Get wrecked, idiot. I'm kind of determined to keep this cloth armor on through all of Tengu. But one thing you can do with Tengu Phase 1 is if you have a lot of range damage, it can be very good to have the Potion of Shrouding Fog. And that's my plan for Tengu Phase 1, is to use the Potion of Shrouding Fog and then use my range damage to take him out. So we'll see how that goes for me. Dude, we absolutely clapped that summon room. See, that was my fault. I was just clicking too fast. I do that a lot. All right, I want to make sure I go into this fight with as much range damage as I can. So I'm going to go ahead and drink this, and it's not going to be helpful during the fight, so I'll leave it on the ground. All right. So for phase 1, we have a lot of options. If you have good range damage, like I do, I'm just going to use my throwing weapons. I'm going to hammer this boy down with my throwing weapons. So step 1 is I'm going to... Actually, there's a new change. Now Tengu doesn't attack instantly. So I can actually start the battle, and then I can throw my Potion of Shrouding Fog right in the center, right at him. Hit him right in the face with it. Hit him with the flame. And I'm gonna gun him down with my throwing weapons. Boy is cooked. Potion of Shrouding Fog is super good for phase 1. Easy clap, boy. All right. Now, before you enter phase 2, it is always a good idea to rest. You can only get back so much health and so many charges of your wand, but just rest until your health stops going up and then go for the next phase. All right, another good thing to do on the next phase is I like to drink a potion of haste, which you can do now after you start. He doesn't instantly attack anymore. So I'm going to drink the potion of haste. I'm going to get up close to him, hit him with the fire. This bomb explodes after 3 turns, so I'm going to go ahead and try to avoid that. Boom. All right, he's teleported. I'm going to go ahead and throw my bee at him, and the bee will keep him distracted. These change. They shoot in 4 directions. You can see it's a X right now, and next turn it will be a crisscross. And then the fire always will burn the next tile after the next turn. So if I wait right here, the smoke is on top of me now, but I can avoid it. See how the Tengu is attacking the bee? He doesn't care about me. He will throw the bombs at me, but as far as like shuriken stuff go, he will usually attack the bee. Oh, dang it, my thing wasn't close enough. All right, let's go ahead and get him with the fire. Keep hitting him down with the freaking throwing weapon. All right. Oh, we got this guy. We got this guy. All right, he's got the freaking bomb on us. Easy. Anyway, so we now have the mask. This lets you choose your secondary job advancement, and for that, I'm going to choose the Assassin. Now, the reason I'm choosing the Assassin is because his playstyle is a bit more straightforward and easier to understand, but the Free Runner is extremely powerful. Especially with the amount of throwing weapons I have, the Free Runner would be a really good option for me, but I'm just going to go with the Assassin because he's easier to play as. So the Assassin, what he does is you can, while you're invisible, you prepare a strike, and the more turns you're invisible, the more prepared your strike becomes, the more damage it will deal. He's a very strong damage dealing character. So we're just going to go with the Assassin. Everybody loves the Assassin, and we already have some skill points to play with. I'm going to go for, I'll just go for Mystic Meal too, it doesn't matter. But the first skill I always level up is Enhanced Lethality. What that does is it lets you execute enemies that are below a certain health threshold. So at level 3, the Assassin can assassinate enemies left at below 60, 20, 40, 100% health. So left below 6 to 20, 40, or 100% health. So like if your assassination does a certain amount of damage, it has a chance to instantly kill the enemy. It's a really good ability. So we're gonna go for that. And then I also like to do enhanced rings. That one's really good. Whenever you use your cloak or any other thing, any other artifact, it will increase the level of your rings. Light cloak is a good option. It lets you take your cloak off of your equipment. It lets you keep it in your inventory and still use it, but it depends on your build for that. All right, so we can once again go over the manipulation for the shop bag. The shop bag will always give you the shop will always give you the bag that saves you the most room. So if you have, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 throwing items, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 potions. So I know for a fact that I'm going to get the throwing weapon holster. So if I go down the stairs right now, I'm gonna get the throwing holster. But I can drop a couple of my throwing weapons and make it so I have more potions. That way I can get the potion belt. But actually I do want to go with the throwing weapon holster. I'll come back for this stuff. I would like the holster, please. Hello, shopkeeper. 83% chance. Oh yeah, the thief's armband can steal things from the shop. The cheaper the item is, the easier it is to steal. 100% chance to steal with 5 charges. Boy, I'm taking that. That's mine, boy. All right. So the shopkeeper, you can see, has some equipment. The Wand of Corruption, the scimitar. The shopkeeper only sells +0 things. So anything the shopkeeper sells is always +0. So only buy it if you're absolutely desperate. This is the part I get clapped on because I don't know shit. Yeah, you're about to see me do it without any real armor. I have my cloth armor in the mines. My +0 cloth armor in the mines is crazy. So this is just proof that you don't need good armor, right? All right, so right now our goal is to get this plate armor on. Let's see what scrolls he's selling. Identify, magic mapping, remove curse, identify. I like to have a magic mapping ready to go for the caves quest. You see that I just used my arcane resin, 2 arcane resin to level up my fire blast from level 1 to level 2. Arcane resin levels will be replaced by any scrolls of upgrades, so we need to keep that in mind when we're upgrading our wand. But I like to keep my I like to only upgrade my fire blast with arcane resin, and we're certain there's a secret on this floor. We got a mimic. We don't want to wake that dude up. So let's see our best course of action for this mimic. I think we'll be fine if we just start wailing him down, because we can't exactly light him on fire because this place is underwater. All right, these feel upgraded. All right, so we're just gonna ignore that guy because we have silent steps. We can just ignore him. All right, we got a bat, so it's time to learn about the assassin. So I'm gonna go ahead and go invisible, and you can see over here on the right side of the screen we've got the prepared strike. We're gonna let it level up. The max level is 9. So this is what I call hit him with the 9. We're gonna hit this boy. We're gonna click on our prepared strike, and then we're gonna click on the bat. Boom! Assassinated. Let's fucking go. Oh, there's an enemy. Where? All right, a bat and a brute. All right, this is one really good thing about the Aqua Brew is I can just throw this right in front of him, and the Aqua Brew pushes enemies 2 tiles. So if I throw this Aqua Brew right in front of him, boom, push him 2 tiles off, deletes his ass. Bye, bitch. All right, I'm really scared of these bats. Okay, this bat is awake. We need to definitely take care of him first. All right, so you don't need to only use the prepared strike on with a weapon. You can also do it with a thrown weapon. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the kunai. Assassinated. Let's go. What character do I prefer to play the most? My favorite girl is the duelist. I love the duelist, but I like them all. I would probably say like warrior's my least favorite. Awesome, we got a pasty finally. All right, we need to hit this boy with a 9. Let's see what an 8 do. Let's see what an 8 do. Okay, that is not enough. 8 is not enough. All right, so we can go ahead and shoot the flame at him. Even though he's on water, he's flying, so the water doesn't protect him from the fire. Oh shit, we alerted another bat. We could run back up to Alchemy and create a meat pie, or we can just hold off on it. I'm gonna hold off on it. I'm just gonna eat regular style, and hopefully that Alchemy comes for us soon. All right, triple crystal. Oops, I did not mean to freaking open that, dude. All right, well, what do we got here? Scroll of Isaz. That might be the scroll of transmutation. Let's check that out. Do I have a stone of intuition? I don't. So I really want to transmute. I don't know what I want to transmute, honestly. My ring is literally doing nothing for me. My ring of Arcana is literally doing nothing for me. So let's go ahead and transmute that boy. Ring of Might. Oh, sweet. Ring of Might +1. That gives us 2 extra strength. We now have 16 strength to deal with. All right, so while I have 16 strength, I'm going to go ahead and try to identify this Assassin's Blade. I'm going to use it for a little while. Mr. Potion, Frost, Gifu. I'm going to go for this scroll because I have more room in my inventory for scrolls because I have the scroll holder. All right, so the Assassin's Blade does more damage against unaware foes, and that's going to pair great nicely with our surprise attack. Hit him with the 9. Let's go. Obviously, that's expensive to do, but it is definitely worth it. Hello, douchebag. Oh, man. All right, we're not going to be able to hit this guy with the 9, I don't think. So I have 4 turns of invincibility left, and I have 5. I have 1 turn of invincibility. I have to hit him now. Assassinated. So once these guys' health bars turned white, they're raged. So they're going to die automatically. All you got to do is run away from them, and they'll just die automatically. Let's hit his ass with a 9. Boom! All right, there we go. All right, so this hidden room is a hidden bookshelf room. So it's really hard to tell from this angle, but you can see that it's a bookshelf, and you can actually burn or explode these bookshelves. So I'm going to go ahead and burn it. Boom, and I get the Stone of Enchantment. There's always a Stone of Enchantment behind there. You always find a flame potion on the floor if there's a hidden bookshelf room. You'll always find a flame potion. All right, I'm feeling really powerful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy this small ration, and I'm going to eat it now so I can go upstairs and I can just go ahead and make that meat pie because I need to. I am able to do this because I'm so powerful and rich right now. I'm gonna go all the way back up there. I'm gonna make the meat pie. Screw that skeleton. He can live forever. Yeah, Scroll of Lullaby. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and use a Master's Thief armband against him to cripple and blind him, so I can continuously get surprise attacks. If an enemy is blinded, they can't see at all. So you hit him and then you back up and you can get a surprise attack, and you just continually hit him back up, hit him back up. All right, we got an identification well. So stepping in this well will reveal the location of all items, or if you throw a singular item into it, it will identify that item. Identification wells are really helpful in the mines because the blacksmith will not work with unidentified items, so it's good to have those. But now you can see, now that I'm assassin, I have way less cloak charges to go around because I'll be using those for my damage. Okay, so we have a Tormented Spirit here. Tormented Spirits, otherwise good-natured spirits that have been affected by a curse. So if you actually just use a Scroll of Remove Curse right next to him, it will guaranteed drop an upgraded item. So yeah, I'm pretty... actually, I don't know if it's guaranteed to be upgraded, but it's a good chance of it being upgraded. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on. just so I have a little bit better defense in this area. All right, we are really hungry and we're one shot. So let's go ahead and eat our meat pie so we can get our health back going. All right, we got a potion of strength. So now I have 17 strength after my +1 ring of might. Pasty, let's freaking go, dude. Stupid fish about to get scammed. Ooh, more plate armor. Let's freaking go, dude. All right. So we can actually upgrade test this plate armor because I have 17 strength. And right now I'm looking at my turn wheel down here by my health bar. I'm looking at my turn wheel. So this armor requires 18 strength to use, but I currently have 17 strength. So if I move down one, and you see how I now have a partial turn indicator, that's what this wheel is called. It's called the turn indicator. So because it is partial, I know that this armor is too heavy for me to wear. So I know for a fact that this armor is not upgraded. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back on. If the armor was not too heavy for me to wear, then there would not be partial turn indicator. Yep. Oh, I'm gonna use the identification well on the armor so that it makes sure it's identified so I can upgrade it at the blacksmith. Ooh, frost wand. Let's go. All right. So there's got to be a way to do this. So when you summon these wraiths, they go in the 4 cardinal directions. So the order that I hit these in does matter. So if I were to hit this one below me, if I were to hit this one above me first, then a wraith would block me from hitting this one below me. So I'm gonna hit the one below me first. I'm gonna hit this one, boom, and I only get 1 set of wraiths for 2 scrolls, or 2 stones, I should say. Oh shit, my shit ran out. All right, this is gonna be a little messy. When you're in the caves, do you just intentionally avoid enemies more often? No, it's just because I'm rogue. I have the choice to fight the enemies or not. But it's probably not the best idea because you do end up pretty low level if you do that. I can see I still haven't identified my equipment. All right, so I'm gonna put on anything I want to identify. Step in the well. +2 on the Assassin's Blade. Holy, bro. An artifact or a wand. So right now I don't have any room for an artifact really, and I'm actually kind of using my ring. Let's go for the wand. Oh, honey, oh baby, the freaking wand of corrosion is the best wand in the game, dude. Holy, oh my god. That's the best wand in the game right there. The wand of corrosion can single-handedly kill everything. All right, because we have the wand of corrosion, we can go ahead and zap where that enemy is going to be. And he's just gonna walk right through it. I might even stand in it. The wand of corrosion's so good, I might even stand in a bit of the corrosion myself. But yeah, no. At this point, like, if you just want to win, you can just dump the wand of corrosion and you will win. The wand of corrosion kills everything. Nothing is immune to it. It is the best, the greatest, and best wand ever. So there is a bit of worry to be had with leaving enemies alive because it will leave you under-leveled. It does affect your damage, and not having all the skill points does affect you. So for this room, it usually requires a potion of haste, but you can actually use the aqua brew, because if you think of these floor tiles like pressure plates, this thing can only see you, the red sentry can only see you when it's a pressure plate. So what we can do is we can step twice onto it without getting zapped, and then we throw the aqua brew right here in front of the statues. Oops. Usually the aqua brew does cover you, but now we can just step on the water and the thing can't see us. Easy clap. Aqua brew is a solution to every puzzle room right there. All right, so when you go down into the blacksmith chamber, you want to make sure that you have enough room for the pickaxe and the gold. So you need at least 2 free slots, but also this food spawns down there. So you could either get a ration or a pastry, or a ration and a pasty. So make sure you have enough room in your inventory before you go down. All right, and I'm going to reforge and upgrade this armor. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this stuff right now. So hello. All right, it is the giant crystals. Okay, so the giant crystals, they only spawn 1 food down here. There's only 1 food gonna be down here. Higher wand gang, rise up. You do not exist. So I like to save the scroll of magic mapping for these. so that I can just breeze through it. I hate searching for the freaking shit, dude. +2, natty +2, armor 2 is crazy. And then the Guardian statue, pretty easy to get by because I have silent steps. I would literally have to go give him a kiss on the cheek for him to wake up. And I ain't doing that shit. I think that Geomancer is a bit easier. And for Geomancer, I would say the enemies are easier. Or sorry, for Geomancer, the Geomancer himself is easier, but the enemies are harder. For Crystal, I would say the enemies are easier, but the boss itself is a bit harder. Dude. Dang, +2 scale armor. You do not need plate armor. Scale armor is good enough. If you get to a point where scale armor needs to be your main armor, you're not going to be missing out on too much. Scale armor is plenty good, but plate armor is best, obviously. This guy is funny with the way he describes the game. How so? I'm more of a Blast Wave wand guy, but he can crowd us all. I'm with you, Angelic. Yes, but crystal golems are still a pain in the ass. That's true, yeah. If you do activate them, they're a real pain in the ass. But you can actually, oops. You can actually use the crystal's attacks against the golems. Literally give him a kiss on the cheek. Oh, okay. Yeah, true. That's just like normally how I talk, so it doesn't even faze me anymore. I will not give them a kiss on the cheek. You gotta pay extra money. Easy clap. I remember I was watching someone like speedrun like a Mario Galaxy 2 or something, and they like did like this elaborate skip, and they're like, hey, we got the Yoshi skip, easy clap. And I was thinking it was so funny that they like used easy clap to describe like phasing through a door. Just the homie, good night. What up, Slug? Slug, KKK. Welcome to the stream. Oh shit. I need to actually look at the screen while I'm playing the game. All right, before I fight this dude, I'm gonna go ahead and chow down. All right, let's go clap the crystal cheeks. So before you fight the crystal, you want to make sure you give yourself plenty of room. You don't need to break down any walls. This is actually kind of a small room, but you want to give yourself room for the crystals. All right, he telegraphs his attacks pretty well. I'm putting as much space between me and the entrances as possible. Just keep smacking. We don't want to break too many crystals because we still want to hinder these guys from getting in. Yeah, look at that. He's hitting his own dude. And now he's trapped on the other side of the crystals. Get wrecked, idiot. All right. Getting real dangerous over here. All right, let's see what we can do. I knew that was coming. Fuck. Oh well. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. Get clapped, idiots. All right, so now we have our 40 gold. We defeated the mini boss. You do not earn anything extra from getting more than 40 gold, so there's no reason to do it. Imagine you died there. All right, easy. All right, now we're gonna upgrade our armor. So we need to make sure that we uncurse this armor. And we're gonna give it to him. I'm gonna have him reforge. Reforging means combining two of the same things. I'm gonna put this here and put that there. Boom, +2. And now I can have him upgrade it. Oh wait, no, I can't. So at this point, it doesn't really matter what we do. We can have him upgrade our ring, I guess. Let's have him upgrade our ring. Why not? I can always transmute it. Upgrade first. Oh, you're right. I could have upgraded the armor first. I'm a fool. He could have upgraded and then reforged, and I would have gotten +3. It doesn't matter. All right. I can't really reforge. I can't really do anything. So make sure you listen to chat whenever you're playing. Okay, listen to chat. All right. So now we have +2 plate armor, 2 to 20 damage, easy clap. Hey, stupid. So when you shoot the wand of corrosion, you want to do it one tile above. Or one tile next to them, so they spend more time walking through the corrosion. You don't want to shoot them directly with the corrosion. You want to lead them into it. At this point, I've still only used 2 upgrade scrolls. I used two upgrade scrolls on the round shield to get out of the sewers, and that's it. All right, there's no secret floor on this one because my rogue's foresight didn't tell me there was. All right, so we have healing potion, T-Waz, or haste. What can the T-Waz be? That's one of these. All right. So at this point, the double crystal door room, I am pretty happy with my like current setup. So I don't think that I'm going to bother with the alluring chest. I think I'll probably go for the supplies. Although the supplies in this room kind of suck, so maybe I will go for the chest. Also, my ring is kind of useless. Yeah, let's go for the alluring chest. Why not? A ring of force, huh? All right, so for this upcoming boss, there's nothing that I really like to like particularly have. I will say one thing that's really good to have against him is instant movement, like stones of blink, scrolls of teleport, or haste potion is really good to have. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll make a honeyed healing, and then I'll go ahead and energize another healing potion, and I'll make a potion of stamina. That's just a haste potion. It doesn't make you as fast, but it lasts longer. So that's going to come in handy. Let's go ahead and make 2 of those for this boss, because if I don't use them both on this boss, then I'll use it later. Bees are also really good. Do it. No, I should craft an alchemized spell, but I never do that. I just kind of manage my inventory as I go along. But if you take a seed and a stone, you can create the alchemized spell, which lets you instantly sell things from your inventory. It's really helpful. Plus 2 wand of corrosion. I am the luckiest man alive. Okay, that is it. My natty +2 energy is crazy. I got the natty +2 everything. Holy. So we can use a levitation potion against this guy, or we can use 2 stones of blink. We'll throw 1 to get there. And you can even jump down at this point if you're feeling froggy. We'll spend our upgrade scrolls after before we fight this boss. It's been way too long since I spent an upgrade scroll. But just so you know, like I haven't spent an upgrade scroll in so long. There's no reason that like anyone watching this video should do the same. So at this point, like in the game, if you're in a similar situation to me, you're actually going to be more powerful than me because you'll be spending your upgrade scrolls naturally. So before I fight this boss, I like to explore the arena and make sure I uncover the lay of the land. Oh my god, there's no exposed wires. Holy! I'm so used to this boss being like rather difficult. All right, so let's decide what we're using our upgrade scrolls on. Let's go ahead and upgrade our armor to +5 on our armor, and then we'll upgrade our weapon to +5, and that leaves us with 1 upgrade scroll left. I'm gonna go ahead and hang on to that 1 upgrade scroll because we might get a cool ring from the imp. So let's go ahead and hang on to that. So now that I finally have armor, I can go ahead and roll an inscription on my armor. Repulsion, I don't really care about that. I don't like that. Obfuscation, I don't really need that because I have silent steps. Let's roll it again. Brimstone, okay, that's fine. It makes me immune to fire. So let's go ahead and use a Stone of Enchantment. Chilling Assassin's Blade. Chilling is kind of boring, so let's go ahead and roll that enchantment again. Blazing Assassin's Blade. Okay, we got Blazing Assassin's Blade and Brimstone on our armor. We are fireproof now. All right. So before I get the boss started, I'm going to go ahead and sleep and let my well-fed buff heal me up. All right, that's fine. I could have stood on a seed, but it is. Yeah, I can't wait for the new imp quest either. Fire Rogue. All right, this boss is rather easy. You just got to make sure that you're not clicking too fast like I was just there. So now I have no choice but to step on right next to him. So every time he steps on those exposed wires, he's going to get the shield buff. So we want to make sure we avoid letting him step on those wires. Stay out of range of his stuff. We're going to go ahead and hit him with the 9. Hit him with the 9. All right, and as we run away from him, we can go ahead and shoot the corrosion at him. All right, so now the boss is invincible. We need to go find the pylon that is activated to make him invincible. If you go ahead and examine these wirings, the sparks seem to be gravitating in a certain direction. Perhaps they lead to the power source. So you can look at the particle effects. They're all kind of pointing to the upper right. So that's where we're gonna go. This is when the Potion of Stamina comes into play, because he gets really fast during this phase. But if we take the Potion of Stamina, he's going to have way less turns to hit us. All right, now this guy is going to shoot electricity out in each direction. So we need to make sure we're not standing where his electricity is going to shoot. But we have plenty of range damage, so we can just range him down. Oopsie. Me when I click buttons too fast. All right, we still have our stamina potion. Oh, I should have cloaked. So enemies will always go where you were. So that's how you can manipulate him to move and not step on the wires. Another good thing to do is to go through this part, and that will slow him down a lot when he's chasing you during this part. All right, so I'm going to shoot that with that, and then that, and then I'm going to do this. Boom, you clapped. All right, now we're ready for the final phase. The bosses, without batter bosses challenge on, are really the easiest part of this game. Oh, shit, dude. I was clicking too fast again. Luckily, I still had movement speed. All right, let's finish him off with a 9. Let's hit him with a 9 to finish him up. Oh, baby. Get clapped. I did get paralyzed. He did hit me twice. All right, finally, I can get the freaking potion bandolier, dude. Holy. Yep, going through the middle section is a really good option as well if you don't have the stamina potion. But you can only do it so many times. Remove curse, identify. Magic mapping scrolls are going to be super, super, super useful for the next biome. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure. I would like to magic map every floor in the demon halls. So I'm going to make sure I have enough of those. All right. Potion of Mind Vision is super helpful in this area. But unfortunately, the shop doesn't have any. All right. And then I have plenty of money. Anything else you would like to buy is up to you. Buy wand and break it down. That's a good idea. The wand is pretty expensive, but honestly, I can come back when I have charges of my Thief's Armband and I can steal it, so we'll do that. Bruh. Dude, I'm gonna die. Oh no, I'm gonna die. All right, you gotta drink a healing potion. Holy, dude. All right, so whenever you walk into a gas trap, do not move in one of the 4 cardinal directions. Move diagonally and it will keep you alive. Me almost dying. You can use traps against the enemies. This is another reason why the Wand of Corrosion is all things to all people. Because you can throw this and zap a trap, and it activates the freaking trap. Who asked for that? Who needed that, dude? Not only can it go through an enemy, but it can also activate a trap, dude. That is the most OP wand in the history of humanity. I love the Wand of Corrosion. All right, we're looking for our secret room. So let's see if it's along these walls. Hey. Okay. All right, so this room is really fun. You can just use an Aqua Brew to replace all these tiles with water. But actually, if you have line of sight and you're outside of the doorway, you can just throw throwing weapons, or you can throw anything on there. They won't get destroyed. I'll throw the food. I don't want to throw a honey pot, obviously, but this room is super easy to disarm. But you want to make sure you're not in the doorway. If you're in the doorway, you'll still get hit. So make sure you're not in the doorway. You're outside the doorway. Boom. Biblical level greed right here, bro. Boom. All right, warlocks are really scary. You do not want to get caught up by a warlock, though their range damage goes crazy. But warlocks have a really high chance to drop healing potions, so it's good to fight them. The ghouls, both of them have to die at the same time for them to completely die. Oh well, I activated that alarm trap. Who cares? So these traps are these guardian traps. Not only do they summon all enemies, but they also summon new enemies, which I don't really care about. Bruh, how many am I gonna have to step on? They summon these guys. They drop weapons, but at the same time, the weapons they drop are never upgraded. So if you don't have a weapon at this point, it can actually be a good option to try to find a higher tier weapon. All right, I'm starving. My health is getting a little low. I'm low-key gonna Ankh reset. So I'm gonna go ahead and Ankh reset. I'm gonna drop my blessed Ankh, and I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep to death. Reset my hunger. There are alternatives, but this is a good example of an Ankh reset. I'm gonna do it on the boss floor, so it's a nice controlled situation. What am I gonna preserve? Whatever, doesn't matter. Boom, we have full health, we have full hunger, and now we're good. All right, now we're ready to do jumpies. So one thing I like to do before I jump down a distant well is I like to make sure I have a seed of Mage Oil. So I'm going to go ahead and jump down. And then I'm going to plant the seed of Mage Oil, and it cures my debuffs instantly. All right, and now for tier 3 skills, Light Cloak is a good option if you have Ring of Energy or you need another slot, but I don't really like to use the Light Cloak, honestly. So I'm going to go ahead and do Assassin's Reach. It increases the amount of distance you can blink when you use your assassination. All right, so this did not spawn a Wraith. So if the bone pile spawns a Wraith, that's how you know something is cursed. But because it did not spawn a Wraith, you know that this is guaranteed not cursed. It's armor, and I already have my endgame armor, so I'm not worried about that at all. All right, one of our early priorities for this biome is to find the Imp quest. So what I'm going to do is now that I'm next to the exit, I'm going to go ahead and drink the Potion of Mind Vision, and boom, look, I found the Imp. But now what I'm going to do is while the Mind Vision is still active, I'm going to go downstairs. Boom, and now I'm going to get a preview of the next floor too. So if the Imp was on this floor, then we would have found him too. But right now I want to go find the Imp. All right, what do you want? He wants me to kill monks. So it's important to find him as soon as possible. So if you're watching this video in the future, this quest is currently not implemented yet. So there's nothing down here, and this is the old version of the quest, where he just asks you to kill monks. So this part of the video might be a bit outdated, depending on when you're watching this. Otherwise, 99% of it still stands. So you can see that this is a secret room right here because the carpet leads up to it, and there's no bookshelf there. Boom, secret room. It's a hidden garden. Seed pod, yay! We have dew drops. My water skin is full. I don't really want to bless my Ankh, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let the water skin be full, and I can heal with that. All right, the monks can be pretty dangerous enemies. They have this ability called Focus, and see how he just said focused? He's focused. It means that he'll parry the next attack. So I need to be careful. The next physical attack that I do to him, he will not take damage from. But luckily I have my Suriken. Boom! Instantly remove his parry, and now I'm going to throw my Force Cube at him. You're right, the Force Cube is getting no love. Oops. Make sure we are not trying to assassinate him while he's focused. Boom! Get wrecked. He dropped that token. We need 5 of those tokens to be able to run back to our imp friend. So I just stepped on a pitfall trap. If I don't do something to get out of the way of this pitfall trap, I'm going to fall down. So right now I don't have any stones of blink. That would be a good option, but I'm just gonna hit the potion of levitation, whatever. Oh, I like how I just force cubed myself. That was really funny. But they can never parry a wand. And they'll only begin to focus if they can see you. So like if you break their focus and then go invisible, they will not focus again. All right, you see how there was clearly something leading there. There's no bookshelf, and there's the carpet is leading there. It's not a secret room. It's just a hidden door. Wow, my weapon got teleported away. So when you hit a disarming trap, your weapon gets teleported away, but it will always show you where your weapon is at. Even if I didn't have this part of the map uncovered, let's say like my weapon landed here, it would show me where the weapon was at. So you can zoom out and find your weapon again. Don't forget to pick it up, and do not forget to freaking re-equip it too. Always re-equip your shit, bro. It was a nice video you made. I just watched, so rings was pretty helpful. That was so cool. I didn't know how to recognize some rings. Hey, thank you for saying that. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Because I wanted to be really informative about the video and not just give my opinion, because I know not everyone would agree with my opinion. All right, so we now have our 5 tokens. So let's go back up to our imp friend and return it. Now, again, if you're watching this in the future, the imp quest will be different, so you can disregard this part. I'll probably make an updated video about the imp quest when that does come out. Hello, Impy. And he's gonna give me the ring. Oh my god, a +2 ring of fur. Get a life, you idiot. Oh, okay, we got the chaos elemental. These enemies they're basically a cursed wand. They're like a cursed wand, the enemy, and it's really hard to tell like what they're gonna do to you. So the best thing you can do against these guys is just be extremely careful. Hit him with the 9. Okay, good. It's dropped me a nice scroll of transmutation. How sweet, how kind. What is my natural strength at? Do I have enough? Oh yeah, I definitely have enough. So my Ring of Might kind of has outstayed its welcome. So let's go ahead and transmute it and see if we can get something cooler. Ring of Elements. Lame. Lame. All right, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. But not right in front of these enemies because I'm really low health. Floor 18. I'm going to finish floor 19 and then I'm going to come back up for Alchemy. All right, I definitely, at this point, it is pretty much not worth it to use the Potion of Purity against that room. So I'm just going to save that for a Potion of Cleansing. All right, so we're going to do Alchemy for the Dwarf King. So for Dwarf King, there is a few things that I really like to have. Most of all, it's going to be the Elixir of Toxic Essence, which you get by creating a corrosive gas potion by upgrading a potion of toxic gas, and then you upgrade that again into the Elixir of Toxic Essence. That helps you with crowd control a lot. So let's go ahead and see how I can swing the energy for that. Let's go ahead and stone some of these scrolls so I can figure out what they are. All right, and then we can go ahead and energize some of these identify scrolls because I'm not going to be worrying about identifying much later in the run. We can make some random potions. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm also saving this here Seed of Earthroot, and you'll see with that. That's a mystery tool that's going to help us later. I'm going to get rid of my Cursed Metal Shards. I'm not going to use those. I'm going to get rid of my Blob of Goo. I'm not going to use that. I can get rid of my Stone of Detect Magic. Actually, no. I might find a ring I want to use. I don't know. Actually, no. I'll go ahead and get rid of them. Fuck it. And then this is going to be our Paralytic Gas Potion. I can get rid of some Frost Potions. I don't need those. I don't need 5 Liquid Flame Potions, especially because I have Brimstone. So we're going to go ahead and finish upgrading this. Elixir of Toxic Essence. Really good against him. But I also use it against Yog, the final boss. So I'm going to go ahead and make 2 of them. If I don't use it now, I'll use it later. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade my Potions of Purity here while I'm at it. I'm also going to upgrade... I'm going to make a Potion of Dragon's Breath from a Potion of Liquid Flame. And I'm going to turn that into an Elixir of Dragon's Blood, which imbues you with fire, means all your attacks inflict flame, as well as it makes you immune to fire. So if I don't use that now, I will use that against Yog as well. And then another thing I really like is to have Stones of Aggression are really freaking good against Yog and Dwarf King. So I'm going to go ahead and turn all my Scrolls of Rage into Stones of Aggression. I cannot get enough Stones of Aggression, I'll tell you what. All right. And then now, so we have first phase, we're going to use, on phase 1, we're going to use the Seed of Earthroot. On phase 2, we can go ahead, it's not super necessary, but a Scroll of Siren Song, when he summons golems for phase 2, that is super helpful. If you use a Scroll of Siren Song on a golem, it will permanently become your ally, and it will just shred everything. It's super good. But we don't necessarily need that. But I will go ahead and make one and demonstrate it. Why not? How am I going to swing this energy? All right, let's get Potion of Frost. Let's go ahead and turn these into stones, and then we can energize this guy too. All right, Scroll of Siren Song. And then, all right, so now we need to go ahead and upgrade our wands. So I'm going to go ahead and turn these into resin. Holy, that was a +2 wand. And then we're going to apply our resin to our Fire Blast, make it +3. And then we'll apply, we need more resin. So let's go ahead and remove the curse on this Frost Wand. So we can go ahead and energize that. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the Scroll of Recharging. I don't need it. Get rid of 1 Scroll of Remove Curse. I don't need that. And then we're going to put our wand in. Boom. Another +2 wand. Holy, dude. Yeah, if you hit the guide, it's a little bit overwhelming, the guide, but there's a lot of stuff you can make, and the alchemy will make you super powerful, especially if you have the supplies and energy to do it. Oh my goodness. All right, there we go. Now we got +3 on both of our wands. The arcane resin can only get it up to +3, so I feel like that's a really comfortable spot for most wands. I think I'm gonna be wild and crazy. I'm just gonna dump the Ring of Fur, bro. How is it still cursed? Bruh. I just used 4 scrolls on it and they did not remove the curse. It failed a 33% roll 4 times. Nice. All right, Ring of Fur doubles my attack speed basically. So now I can get 2 surprise attacks instead of 1. I'm gonna transmute it the second I get the chance. All right, we have everything we need for Dwarf King, so let's go ahead and take his ass out. And I already have plenty of health. So for phase 1, one thing that you can do is you can throw out like a seed of poison right in front of him and he'll step on it, but I don't have one of those, so I'll throw out a seed of earth root. And then I won't use it until I need to. I'll step on it now. And it's gonna give me the herbal armor buff, which will block 12 damage from any physical hit. So that's really freaking good, dude. Like nothing can damage me right now. So I'm just gonna sit here and tank it. As long as your armor is like +5 plate armor, you can sit on this earth root and just go to town, bro. You want to kill its minions. Dude, I missed the Ring of Accuracy, bro. I wish I was accurate. All right, and now we have the Warlock is coming, about to hit us with his range attack. If we move, we'll lose our armor, so I'm just going to wait for the enemies to come to me. Get wrecked, idiots. Make sure I'm not clicking too fast so I don't accidentally get out of my herbal armor. Easy. Easy game, easy life. All right, that guy's coming. He's a bit scarier, so I'm going to go ahead and use some wands against him. All right, he's parried me, so now I'm going to surprise attack him. Boom. Oops, I accidentally moved. Oh, well. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. All right, so we're going to throw our shuriken at him. He's going to parry us. And now I'm going to hit him with the 9. Hit him with the 9. Oh, get assassinated, baby. All right, so this is the phase where the Toxic Essence Elixir would really come in handy. Basically, you can drink the Toxic Elixir and it will create a poison gas cloud around you. And then you can just go invisible, whether that's using your cloak or using a potion of invisibility. But another really good option is to get line of sight with the Dwarf King himself. Let's see if we can do that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to throw a Stone of Aggression at him. And now he will attack. Now the enemies are fighting each other. And all the enemies are going for him. Same thing. And now you just let him get a bunch of deferred damage. You could even, if you have like a wand or something, you could even contribute some damage yourself. And he has 87 deferred damage. He's cooked. Boom. Boom. Easy, easy, easy. Let's go. All right. So now we have the crown. That lets us pick our ability. I'm going to go for the smoke bomb ability. Basically what it is it's just a teleport. It costs 50% charge, but it just lets you teleport, and that's super freaking helpful. So let's go ahead and pick that. And the first skill I like to do is Heroic Energy to reduce the cost, because there are extra effects that you can do to you know, make it a bit different, make it stronger. But the strongest it's ever going to be is when you're able to use it. So the more often you can use it, the better it will be. Easy clap. So now this shop does not appear if you do not complete the Imps quest. So if for some reason you get here and the shop is not here, it's because you need to complete the Imps quest. So go back and do that. Let's go ahead and steal. Let's go ahead and steal. I like to buy all these torches. Torches are super important for this area. All right, and then magic mapping. My goal is to magic map every floor. So I have 3. There's 4 floors that I need to explore, and I have 3 scrolls of magic mapping. So that's really good. All right, mind vision, pretty good. Remove curse, healing, healing. All right, let's go ahead and buy these healing potions because I'm a little baby. All right, remove curse, not super interested. Remove curse, not super interested. Mind vision. Mind vision can also be good. It's like the free trial version of magic mapping. Because in this area, there are demon spawners, and we need to kill those demon spawners in order to reduce Yog's power. All right, let's go. Let's go down. We're ready to go. Demon halls. So, since I don't have enough magic mapping scrolls to magic map every floor, I'm going to start this floor off with a scroll of mind or potion of mind vision. So what we're looking for is this here demon spawner. The demon spawners summon these ripper demons, and if you do not kill the demon spawner, it makes Yog more powerful. So you want to make sure that you kill as many of those as possible. The less demon spawners you kill, the harder the boss will be. And we're also certain there's a secret room on this floor, so that's cool. But in the demon halls, every floor is a darkness floor, basically. So it just gets darker as you go down. So you want to make sure that you're lighting torches. There is a damage cap on the demon spawner, so you can't. There's no point in hitting it with a 9 because you can't just one-shot it, unfortunately. But they do always drop a healing potion, so that's pretty good. If a Ripper demon is able to leap onto you, it will bleed you. So you need to be careful about that. All right. Now, that's always the first order of business when you enter a floor, is to go ahead and kill the demon spawner. Because it will just continuously spawn enemies, so you want to make sure you do that. All right, the succubuses are really dangerous. You want to make sure you never get more than one tile away from them, or else they'll teleport to you. All right, distortion trap is just a stronger version of a summoning trap. I do not want to deal with that, and I'm out of aqua brews now. I'm gonna have to make more. All right. All right, so another thing I can do is I can use my armor ability. I'm gonna go ahead and click on my armor and then hit smoke bomb. Boom, teleport. Now, how's that for an ultimate ability? Teleporting one tile over a trap. You could never do something like this. All right, let's hit her with a 7. Let's see what that do. Okay, yeah, 7 is not enough. Oh, dang it. She dropped a scroll, but it instantly burned up. The succubuses have a chance to drop the transmutation scroll. I'm just continuously to upgrade heroic energy. Heroic energy is a skill that's available on every hero. All it does is reduce the cooldown. Yep, see, I was more than 2 tiles away from her and she teleports to me. When you're charmed by an enemy, you can't attack them physically, but you can still use throwing weapons or wands against them. I'll explain how to fight Demon Eyes if I actually have to fight one. The reason it's better to drink the potions of cleansing rather than eat the food is actually the food is really good because of the Mystic Meal ability. It gives you 3 turns of artifact recharging, so eating one food is equivalent of like 1.5 charges on whatever artifact you have. So you can actually use food during the final boss as just straight up artifact recharging. You don't need to worry about like say you really need some cloak charges right now, you can go invisible and then eat some food. And then actually use your food for that instead of, you know, keeping you alive through satiety. All right. This room you could use a you could throw an aqua brew at the fire and it will just delete the fire. But unfortunately, I don't have an aqua brew right now, so I will have to use a frost potion. It's fine. Oh yeah, demon eyes are horrible. If you're in the middle of a big ass room, they can see you, but you can't see them. That is the most dangerous aspect of the demon halls. You really need to be careful with that. All right, so now it's smooth sailing. Not only is this a many secrets floor, but we have enough magic mapping scrolls to magic map every single floor coming at the demon halls. So our first priority is to get to the demon spawner. So I'm gonna basically ignore everything and make a beeline for that. I'm gonna go ahead and light a torch so my way forward is a little bit safer. Whenever the Ripper demons first spawn, you do get a chance to surprise attack them. So if you do see it spawn, go ahead and surprise attack it. All right, let's see if I can get an actual fight going with one of these. All right, so this is the perfect spot to be fighting a demon eye in. So you want to step up to it, let it charge its laser, and then go around the corner. I'm gonna go ahead and drink some dewdrops while I'm waiting. Let it shoot, and then we step in front of it, start smacking it. He's gonna charge his laser again. If he did charge later, then boom, we go back around the corner, let it shoot its laser, and then come back. And then just repeat that. The demon eye is less susceptible to damage while he's charging his laser. So you don't even really need to worry about damaging him while he's charging his laser. You just need to worry about avoiding him. Oh, nice. He dropped a scroll of transmutation. All right, let's be naughty and transmute our ring. Ring of energy. Whoa, baby. Ring of energy. It makes your wands and your artifacts and everything else charge faster. All right, it's cool. We got a healing well. Uh-oh. Okay, so this is a bad situation. So what we want to do is I have shadows. Hasty retreat. So this is a really good ability I should have put on earlier, but luckily I have a talent point. It's always good. It's kind of late to say this, but it's pretty good to leave one talent point for when you need the skill. So I need this skill right now. Hasty retreat. After you blink, you gain haste and invisibility. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to smoke bomb and I'm going to teleport right here. Boom. And he's invisible. if I teleported and I wasn't invisible, he would just turn and hit me anyway. So all right, let's go ahead and beeline it for our spawner, but we want to make sure we have a torch on so we don't get caught off guard by anything. All right, the scorpions. Okay, so scorpions do not have a melee attack, but because we have silent steps, any sleeping scorpions we basically do not have to deal with. Although scorpions do drop a variety of rare potions and stuff, so it's good to go ahead and try to steal from them. He dropped a cripple or toxic gas, or sorry, paralytic gas potion. We can steal from him before he dies. Nice. Potion of invisibility. Oh god, yeah. See, this guy's clapping my cheeks, bro. All right, we'll go ahead and smoke bomb over to him. Bro, he's Jason Bourne. Whatever's in this maze, I don't really care about, so I'm not even gonna bother doing that maze because it's just gonna be more equipment, and I'm kind of I've already got my endgame equipment. All right, this guy. What do we got? We have a ring, which I'm not interested in, or an artifact. Low-key, the artifact might be more helpful. Even an unupgraded Timekeeper's Hourglass is a little bit helpful, so it's okay. An unupgraded ring is not going to be freaking helpful, dude. All right, and nice. We're getting floor 24 alchemy. Actually, floor 24 alchemy is pretty ideal in the demon halls. That way, we don't have to come back for alchemy, because it is dangerous to navigate the demon halls in general. So I don't have to, like, you know, get more supplies and explore the whole biome and then come back for alchemy. I can just explore everything and then just do alchemy. Although you have to go longer without alchemy, so it depends on how reliant you are on it. All right, scroll of magic mapping. Let's go ahead. Ooh, look, 2 alchemy rooms right next to each other. One of those is a hidden room. We'll come back and do alchemy after the floor is done. No, the scroll. Yeah, if they die burning in the doorway will stay on fire and it will burn the scroll up. All right, one of these stalactites is also a really good option. You can go around it, like, because he will see you and he will start to charge his laser. There's a torch. Torches are useful during the boss battle as well. All right, I'm gonna make one last meat pie, but honestly, meat pie is not as good at this point because you actually would like more foods than less foods. The more foods you have, the more mystical energy you can get. So right now my goal is to get energy. Let's go ahead and take our 2 mage royal seeds and combine them, and hopefully we get a nope, no potion of cleansing for us. This is paralytic gas. We'll make potions of cleansing. We'll make the experience potion into divine inspiration. If you upgrade the divine inspiration potion, it gives you 2 talent points to spend. So I'm gonna go ahead and drink the divine inspiration, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it into tier 4. I get 2 extra talent points to spend. I'm gonna upgrade Hasty Retreat. Tier 4, honestly, you can get by just fine, not ever using your armor ability, but it doesn't really matter what you put your armor ability points into. It's just up to you. It's just completely up to you. There's really no optimal way to do it on Zero Challenge. All right, so now we want to, I like to be comfortable and have 2 toxic, elixirs of toxic essence and 2 elixir of dragon blood. Because this one makes you immune to toxic gas and the dragon's blood makes you immune to fire. But since I have brimstone on my armor, I'm not super worried about that one. So I have 5 potions of liquid flame. I'm going to go ahead and energize that to give me some energy. I like to have upgraded mind vision potions to be able to see the enemies no matter what. But they do not need to be upgraded. One thing that's really strong is this Shocking Brew. Shocking Brew is basically like a shocking trap. It lets you paralyze enemies forever. They say paralyzed for 100 years. It's so good. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of some of my potions of frost. I'm not gonna use those. One thing that's really good to have is stones of flock to help entrap enemies. So I'm gonna go ahead and make some of those. Unfortunately, I don't have any stone. I don't have a scroll of recharge, but a scroll of stone of shock. If you throw that at enemies, it will recharge your wands based on the number of enemies it hits. So if you throw out the stone of flock and then throw out the stone of shock, it will basically instantly recharge all of your wands. It's really good. I'm going to use I don't have a seed of ice, so I'm going to go ahead and freeze my meat. Freezing meat is always better than cooking it because a frozen meat has an extra secondary beneficial effect. This is the last boss. We're about to fight the last boss, so I'm going all out. All right, I'm going to go ahead and spend the rest of my upgrade scrolls on my ring because I'm wild and crazy. I have 1 Blessed Ankh. I'm gonna go ahead and make some Stones of Blink so that I can get out of any tight situations I might get into. And then really the rest of my scrolls are kind of useless. So I'm gonna go ahead, Scroll of Identify. I have nothing left to identify. I'm not really worried about that. I have nothing left in Magic Map, so I can go ahead and get rid of that. Scroll of Remove Curse can be upgraded to make a Scroll of Anti-Magic, but the Scroll of Anti-Magic also prevents you from using magic, except for your heroic ability. So the Scroll of Anti-Magic, your mileage may vary depending on how magic reliant your build is. Once you cast that Scroll of Anti-Magic, you're just unga bunga. All right, we have a Shattered Honey Pot, so we can combine that with a Potion of Healing to make a Potion of Honeyed Healing. The Potion of Elixir of Honeyed Healing, not only does it count as food, but it also counts as a healing potion. So it's just a healing potion plus, really good. I would like another stamina. Basically, I turn all my potions of haste into stamina at this point. Levitation, let's go ahead and make some more aqua brews so that we can create water on the ground if we need to. We have plenty of healing potions. I'm gonna go ahead and make 1 Shrouding Fog in case I need it. Probably will not. And we are good to go. We're good to fight Yog. So the most essential things are the Elixir of Toxic Essence and the Elixir of Dragon's Blood, as well as the Stones of Aggression. Those are like 3 things that I would always love to have going into Yog. So I would try to go for those. The reason the elixirs are important is because they make you immune to certain status effects. So that's really helpful. I'm going to make 1 more potion of Magical Sight. All right, let's go clap Yog's cheeks, bro. I'm going to go ahead and eat my meat pie. Oh yeah, I have the bland fruit. So let's go ahead and mix that bland fruit with a green seed so it will heal us. Not only will it feed us, but it will heal us and charge our cloak. It's a triple whammy. I don't even want to fight anything. If he's still around, I'll hit him with the 9. Hit him with the 9. Let's go. All right. So I'm going to throw out my sungrass seed and I'm going to sleep on it to heal. I'm going to light a torch. And the boss, once you get more than 2 tiles away from this, once you get more than 1 tile away from this, the stairs go away. So you need to be sure that you're ready when you come down here. You can sit on the stairs, but that's it. I'm going to go ahead and explore the whole arena, just like with DM300, before I activate Yog by stepping up to the center pedestal. All right, there we go. We're ready to fight his ass. All right, so we have the Wand of Corrosion. I'm going to put it directly behind him so it's not in my way as much. Hit him with the Fire Blast. Oops, let myself get fucking laser, dude. Or we're just going to wail on him. Oops, I let myself get lasered again. All right, so now he's invulnerable, and we got to fight the fist. So once he's invulnerable and once he's being phased, we got to fight the fist. So the fist is also invulnerable while he's on this platform. This fist is based on toxic gas, and it also heals while it's in water. So you do not want to fight this fist on water. But that's why we made the Elixir of Toxic Essence, so I can drink that. And now I have my own toxic gas around me. Oh my gosh, he's doing so much melee damage to me. All right, so let's go ahead and hit him with a few 9s. If you go invisible, these guys love to go back on the pedestal so you can't actually attack them. It's super freaking annoying, dude. All right, and not only does he heal in water, but he also gives you Toxic Ooze, which you have to step in water to heal. So right now, I'm going to set my cloak on, and then I'm going to drink my honeyed healing. That's not only going to heal me, it's going to feed me and increase my cloak charges. So this guy, you can't kill him directly, but your attacks inflict bleed on him. And you just kind of got to bleed him to death while not letting him go in the water. But because we have that Elixir of Toxic Essence, we do not have to worry about the gas he's putting out. And now I still have 3 turns of the Toxic Essence, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of the Toxic Cloud myself. Oh yeah, no, I have the 2 best wands in the game, basically. Let's see if I can just not use those for the rest of the battle. Just make sure you stay out of his lasers. All right, now we have the fire, dude. So this is where I would use the Elixir of Dragon's Blood to make me immune to the fire. but I already have fire immunity from my brimstone. All right, let's take him far away so we can hit him with the 9. Yeah, because if you go invisible, these guys love to go back onto the pedestal so you can't hit them. Just being very safe and careful about things. This guy also deletes water, which is why it's good to have the aqua brew so that you can make more water if you need it. Assassinated. All right, my torch ran out. I'm gonna go invisible. Light my torch. All right. Now we've got the last fist, the bright fist. This one likes to blind you. Oh shit. This is why I like to have the potion of magical sight, because if this guy blinds you, the potion of magical sight will let you see no matter what. Drink my instant healing. Yeah, and if you get far away from him, he hits you with that range damage and does a decent amount of damage. With the 9. He's burning. All right, he's going to teleport, and he's going to try to blind me, but because I have Potion of Magical Sight, he can't blind me. So for every fist, there's basically a really good counter. We'll teleport and hit him. All right, so I'm not in a very good spot. If I move right, I will dodge the lasers, but I'll get hit by both of these guys. If I move left, I'll get hit by the lasers. So let's go ahead and throw my Stone of Blink and just get the hell out of here. Why not? And then he's going to freaking hit me with that shit, of course. So we're going to go invisible. And bro's ass getting a 4. Oops, I hit the wormy. Oh, God. Okay, we're in another bad situation. So let's go ahead and throw our Blink Stone as far away as we can get. And we have 17 health. Go ahead and drink our little healing potion moment. All right, we're out of magical sight, but I have plenty, so I can drink another one. Hit him with the wand. Oops, I hit the wrong side of him. All right, he's dead. All right, now we're on the final phase of Yog. So I'm going to smoke bomb, and I'm going to throw a Stone of Aggression at him. And that is going to de-aggro all the enemies. All the enemies are now aggroed onto him, so I can focus on doing damage and dodging his lasers. And not have to worry about all the enemies. Oh, God. Yay, we did it. Yay, easy clap. All right. Rogue teacher, that's his name. He earned a name. Oh, and that's how you beat Shattered Pixel Dungeon with the Rogue. So I hope that at least some of these things maybe were new tips to you, whether you're beating the game or not. While this is a Rogue specific guide, it is helpful to know a lot of these things, whether you're playing Rogue or not. I appreciate you guys. If you made it this far in the video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. We play Shattered Pixel Dungeon 5 days a week on this channel, Monday through Friday. We have new videos coming out every Monday and shorts every day, 30 minutes before we go live. So Monday through Friday, we're getting shorts and drop live streams, as well as, yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for the video. Thank you so much. And if you want to support the channel extra, become a channel member by hitting the join button after you hit the subscribe button. Help support us monetarily and, you know, keep the Shattered Pixel Dungeon dream alive. I hear someone say they want an Ascension, huh? I don't know. Maybe we could ascend. Maybe we could ascend. This is a really good setup to ascend. The only thing I'm missing right now is Ethereal Chains. If I had Ethereal Chains, it would make the Ascension really easy. So let's go ahead. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm not done yet. We're going to ascend, boy. So the Ring of Energy is going to make it really easy for us to ascend, because it's going to make it so that we can use our Smoke Bomb a lot. And we have plenty of healing potions. We have plenty of invisibility potions. We have lots of ability to charge our cloak. So I'm just going to find the exit, and I'm going to click on it. Uh-oh. We're going to kill enemies on our Ascension. To keep our curse low. I don't know why I'm even bothering to grab anything. This would be the time. If you needed to do alchemy, this would be the time. All right, pushing a magical sight lets us see anything that might come near us. Are you winning, son? Oh, we've beyond one. We decimated. Hit her with a 9. Stay behind these skulls. You can't do nothing. Ring around the skulls. Get clapped, you dumb idiot. All right, the skeleton or scorpion. Assassination. All right. If you do not kill enemies on your ascension, then the amulet's curse will increase. And the more the amulet's curse increases, the faster the enemies get, the slower you get, and the more health you lose. You'll actually begin to lose health if you don't clear the curse. And the curse is noted by your debuff down there in the corner. Shit. All right. Hello. Oh shit. My corrosion's getting me. Rare shit. Oh yeah, no, we're strong as fuck. Plus I have Ring of Energy. Alright, Hasty Retreat, Shadow Step, Body Replacement. I'll do that. What up, stupid? Hit it with deny. Alright, and this is why I kept all my food separate. I can go ahead and eat my food to regain energy for my cloak. Because at this point, my food is not about restoring my hunger. It's about using it to charge up my cloak. I don't feel like fighting her. Let's go. No, you want to make sure that you do kill the enemies on the way up, because if you don't kill the enemies, the curse will be more intense. The amulet's curse will make you slower and make the enemies faster. Yeah, if you make it up with no enemies dying, you can get the passive as Ascent. Hourglass can help. Yeah, the Hourglass will be much better than the armband right now, honestly. Oh, my cloak ran out of energy. Before I get out of here, I want to make sure that I sleep enough so that all of my stuff is recharged and I'm ready to go. Yeah, I didn't even check if it was cursed, but I do have remove curse scrolls. Douchebag. 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 Alright. See you later. See you later, golems. Enemies are stronger than they were on the descent, too, when you go on a ascent. So enemies that were weak before are now a lot stronger. Golems are freaking not worth fighting, whether you're ascending or not, dude. I freaking hate golems. Oh my gosh. Oops. We got green amulet curse. We're cool in. 26 damage is crazy. Yep, dread scroll counts as kill. But it technically does, like, delete the enemies. Alright, this big open room is scary. Wonder why it's so big and open. I bet it used to be a library that someone burned down. Where'd they go? Okay, whatever. Huh! Bro is still alive. Yeah, he's my homeboy now. Okay, I'm still going the right way. Oh my goodness. It's a little stressful for no reason. All right, make sure all my shit's charged before I go on. Oh, there's still gas. That's funny. After all this time, after 100 years. All right. Can I Aqua Brew this guy off? Yep. Hit this man with a 10. You clapped, idiot. Alright, we'll drink the stamina potion. If the curse gets too high, the stamina effects get disabled anyway, so we need to make sure we're not going too long without killing anything. I won't leave you behind, Force Cube. I sold the Heroes Remains, yep. I don't even think I got Heroes Remains because I deleted my last save. Oh shit, a bat. Hit him with the 7. Boom. Freaking spider, dude. So annoying. Most annoying enemy in the world. Level up. Don't mind if I do. My Croco gas. Hey, idiot. How about I just leave, huh? Get wrecked. Alright. Just click the exit, huh? Can this guy do enough damage to kill me? Maybe. If he has a bat friend. Oh, this music is stressful, dude. I'm scared. Alright. Alright. Almost there. We're almost there. We're doing fine, dude. Ascension is not as scary as it seems, as long as you can kill the monsters. I like how fast he's moving because of the Amulet's Curse. Dude. Come back, bro. Hit him with the 9. All right, now we're gonna eat some food to get our cloak recharging. Is 8 good enough for you? No. Bro stole my Ankh. He stole my blessed Ankh. Holy, dude. Oh my gosh. Yep, the enhanced lethality works with throwing weapons. You can use a throwing weapon to kill an enemy just like a regular melee weapon. Tiny fly in front of my face. Be gone. This recording is 3 hours long. I wonder how long the edited video will be. Try to edit one biome per day. Be healthy about it. Ooh, hidden door. I think I found that. Blinded and crippled, baby. We're coolin', we're coolin', we're coolin'. Alright, that was an uneventful floor. Awesome. We made it to the sewers. Bro is cooking me. I should be the one cooking him. I'm the blazing dude. Bro's getting a 9. Get clapped, idiot. Wand of Corrosion, the best one in the freaking game, dude. Dude, flies are evil again. Holy, dude. Let's just go ahead and drink a healing potion. Corrosion wand. No. He's trying to go sicko mode. He's trying to avenge his ancestors. Crab. Equally trash. Alright, going up, going up, going up. Remember this? Remember this place? Oh, what wee baby angels we were. Oh, the rats. The snake. Come and get it. Come and get it. All right. I love the triumphant music it plays when you get here. Hit him with the 9. Oh, the rats. Oh, the rats. Oh, God. Does this do extra damage? Oh, yeah, no, it still does no damage. Oh, let's go, Ascension. Thank you all. Please like the video, whether you're watching this live on stream, which we do these live on stream, or you're watching the recorded, edited version on YouTube. I appreciate y'all so much. That is how to beat Rogue on Shattered Pixel Dungeon. Bye-bye.